Dear Boomers, it's a very beautiful summer day. It's hot, very humid. However, as you can see, we have some beautiful clouds. It's a blue sky. And I wanted to show you at the moment my gourds. I had to water them just now because they're a little droopy. And I do believe they're becoming less droopy. I don't see any actual gourds though. I was inspired to plant gourds after my interview, or I should say conversation with Victoria Maurer, who wrote her beautiful book about gourds. And that was on my long form video channel, which is what we are viewing this on. And I'm going to take you for a little walk in my garden. I know that it's a wild garden. These are brambles. They used to call them in the old days. Brambles, lots of brambles, and wild mulberry trees, which I am going to be removing them very soon, with some help, of course. And of course, we have the hibiscus. Oh my goodness. The hibiscus is the pride of all life. It seems to be very hardy, you know. It isn't fading a little bit like the gourds are. But here we have these beautiful, beautiful hibiscus. This is not the kind of hibiscus that I can make tea with. That is a type of hibiscus that you can get in stores that sell cuisine from other countries. And here is my Jerusalem artichoke. That seems to be doing okay. I do water it, and it seems like it has taken well to the watering that it has received. Here is my tansy. Does anybody know what to do with tansy? I think maybe I should make some tea out of it. It's a very healing herb, and it would be probably a good idea to at least dry some of this and use it in the winter time. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. So, have you ever heard of honeysuckle before? I have a honeysuckle tree here. And in the end, I have a privacy. This is all very private in the middle of a suburban / rural area. I live near a park. I can't walk to the park lately though because of this incredible heat wave that we are having. So yesterday I was talking about doing something for 15 minutes a day that inspires you. I actually had gotten out my violin. I hadn't gotten out for a long time, and I will be getting that out again today. I will tune it because it needs to be tuned every day. And I'm still considering taking it to a shop to be refurbished, but you know, it doesn't need to be refurbished. It gave me quite the gift. It was almost like it was waiting for me to pick it up again. And you know, these things that we take for granted or even ignore or put in a corner somewhere, they want us to pay attention to it, especially a musical instrument. The more that you pay attention, you play, and you nurture its beautiful tone, the more you do that, the better you are. The better you are as a human being. But by communicating with your instrument, the instrument becomes a better instrument. Everything that I focus on becomes better just by the fact that I am paying attention to it. So that is all very interesting to me. You might want to take up painting or an exercise program that puts you more in tune with your body. Our body loves us too. As one little tidbit I had received, that, you know, we love our body, but mostly we don't. But our body is waiting for us too, to pay attention to it. And actually, the more you nurture your body, the faster it will heal. The more it gives off joyful vibrations because of your interest in it, in her, in your body. We live in a a body aversion society. All along, I noticed when I was a kid, there was this puritanical attitude about the body, and so often, you have to dress properly when you go out. You have to cover your body, make sure you wear a bra, certainly make sure you wear underpants. So I do resist wearing a bra, though. That is the most ridiculous invention of anything I've ever seen. We used to burn our bras back in the 1960s. It was a good substitute for burning the flag. But nowadays, I am so happy about the turn of events, and I feel like I could even put a flag up. Why should anybody usurp my flag? I've always thought that waving the flag was a nationalistic kind of thing, and it can breed that we think we're better than anybody else. But really, the American flag is nothing. It's just a flag, and it also shows that we can be patriotic too. And patriotism doesn't mean being mean and cruel, as we have seen in the other parts of the equation. So I can't believe that anything. I can't believe. I'm so happy that Biden helped release the hostages with Kamala and Putin, and the fact that Putin allowed these hostages to be released now shows me that he has kind of lost interest in Donald Trump. Donald Trump thought that Putin would be releasing the hostages to him when he had done nothing to warrant that kind of idea. So I'm not giving any great kudos to Putin, but I think it's important to work with these people. I remember John F. Kennedy would have secret communications with Khrushchev at the time, and they were able to, and all these communications were, of course, by snail mail. There was no such thing as email at the time, although they might have had a certain type of communication system. But I think they were communicating by letter, and they were able to come closer to peace, the United States and Russia. And I would hope that this is something we can nurture, and stop thinking that everybody is out to get us. Even Russia. We actually built not walls. We actually built communication and respect for Russia around the time that the wall came down, and that was, I believe, Ronald Reagan's great accomplishment, as he was able to get Gorbachev to tear down the wall. And at the time, there was so much camaraderie with America and Russia, the Russian people, the American people, and that is really all there is people. We forget that. We forget that the actual communication with other people is through our common humanity. It's not through the governments of these countries. The governments, as far as Putin goes, he keeps winning and stealing his win because he doesn't want to go to jail, and that's why Trump is running for president. He doesn't want to go to jail. But things are turning, and I believe that we need to concentrate on the love and the humanity that we have for each other. Obviously, the Trump supporters are unreachable at this point. I can't communicate with them. I've tried, but it just makes me angry. So I have to live in my little sheltered place, surrounded by hibiscus, surrounded by tansy, and surrounded by the wonderful gourds, surrounded by the Jerusalem artichokes. I just love my house. I love the fact that I am alone, living with these dogs, which means I'm not alone. And I hope that all of you can experience, a lot of us are alone when we get a little older. There's a YouTube channel about a man who just retired, and he is feeling lonely. He is a boomer. He just retired, and he's thinking about going back to work in order to contact people again. And so what was interesting about that is that, you know, we retire and nobody pays much attention to us anymore. And I have friends, but they're all very busy, still working or taking care of parents who are in need of taking care of. It's a hard row to hoe. And so we need to be comfortable within ourselves and be our own best company. And as you can see, this yard can keep me very busy. And doing YouTube videos is one of my passions. I keep learning more and more about it. And it is something that I probably will never stop learning about. So there's going to be a video that shows up here. Take a look at it, make some comments. And it would be great to have you stick around and become part of the channel. Namaste.